Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Happy Highest You live cast. I'm your host, Kim Leskovic, and I come on here live every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. That might be changing in the future, but that's the time that it is right now if you want to catch the rest of this little chakra energy system series that I'm doing. Tonight we are talking about our third energy center, the solar plexus. And for those of you that are new to my page, new to this little live cast, I'm Kim Leskovic. Like I said, I'm an essential oil educator and wellness coach, energy healer, yoga teacher, spirit junkie, and I'm really passionate about helping people find wellness tools such as essential oils, energetic crystals, like things that will help empower them to take charge of their healthcare, prevent any discomfort, dis-ease, as well as really dive into their soul discovery and spiritual journey. That's something that I was really interested in when I first got started with essential oils. I wanted to learn how to better understand myself. And so I stumbled upon the chakra cleanse that I learned a lot of this information that I'm sharing with you from. So along with yoga certification, I'm also certified in the chakras from taking this course. So it's really a passion of mine to come on here and share with you guys about these energy centers and what it helped me unblock and move through emotionally, physically, spiritually. So like I said, tonight is all about the solar plexus chakra. We have already gone over the root, which is at the base of our spine, the sacral, which is below our belly button, and now we are on to our solar plexus chakra, which is above the navel, right below the breastbone. I'm just checking in on the comments. Okay, Nicole, tuck your little one into bed. Just reading the comments over on Facebook. She said she'll check in with us later. But yeah, the solar plexus has everything to do with personal power. I like to think of this one as like the confidence chakra, having a lot to do with self-confidence, self-esteem, self-acceptance, and also our willpower. So really getting into action and taking our power back in our life of what it is we want to do, what it is. So within the sacral, we learned what our desires are. And with the solar plexus, it's all about taking action and our willpower to follow through with our goals, to follow through with what it was we said we were going to do. And so looking back on my chakra cleanse, I actually have gone through this twice now. It will be a third coming up here soon. But looking back on my first chakra cleanse, I had a lot of clearing to do within the solar plexus chakra. Growing up, even into moving to Chicago in 2016, I was still struggling with digestive issues. I was told that I had chronic constipation and that I just thought that was something I was going to have to like deal with or kind of keep under control like for the rest of my life. And I didn't think there were any other options to kind of, well, I knew in my gut that there were other options that I just needed to kind of explore because I was always into do-it-yourself on Pinterest. I was into like exploring natural remedies for my hair, for my skin, my nails. And so it was just natural for me to kind of question, well, is this my only option? Is this, does this have to do with other emotions, stuff going on, stress in my life? And so that's where it really became clear to me while going through the chakra cleanse that it was definitely more emotional. It was the stress in my life. It was not having the tools or the education on how to take care of myself, and just that feeling of empowerment that this is a new belief that I can take charge of my life, that I can be in control, and that we all do have that personal power within us. And hi, Mom. Thanks for joining. I actually have a little, my computer's over here, so if you see me kind of looking over there at the comments, that's why. But I got a new setup going, so you might notice the different background. Hopefully, I'm hoping the lighting and the connection's a little bit better. I know some of my videos have kind of lost connection there, but we'll keep going. So the solar plexus is, the color for the chakra is yellow. So I know, Mom, you're on here. I know your favorite colors are orange and yellow, so that's kind of exciting. And like I said, it's above the navel. So when you're working to kind of clear or balance the chakra, I've said in previous videos that the chakras aren't about like fixing it and you're done. It's a daily routine. It's a daily habit that we have to kind of check into our bodies, check into where we need the work and the love, and kind of notice that within each day and work to balance those chakras every day. And so you can do this simply by eating yellow foods or wearing the color yellow, wearing crystals, wearing, painting your nails. I know I don't personally paint my nails orange or yellow, but that's just personal preference. But those are some options. You could kind of just get creative with it, use that sacral chakra creativity to kind of experiment with different ways that help you unlock that power. And so what this can kind of look like if you're struggling with an excessive or weak solar plexus chakra, like I mentioned before, it could look like you are having digestive issues, whether that be constipation, whether that be the total opposite. Maybe you just have like really bad stomach cramps and pains after you eat, or before you're gonna do a certain task. And it also, a weak one would be that you kind of take on the responsibility of other people, or you take on the responsibility in the workplace of just saying yes to everything and not knowing when to say no to things. It also can look like chronic fatigue. Maybe you wake up in the morning and you got like 10 hours of sleep like I have in the past, and you just still feel drained. And you're just constantly wanting naps, you're constantly tired because your body's working in overdrive because of what you're maybe not giving it. And so, yeah, so just a little bit to touch on with that. I do have like a personal experience with this coaching program that I'm going through right now. I'm going through a 60-day coaching program for like business and just alignment and wanting to kind of find my authentic truth. So it's really exciting to see what comes up. But we really worked through my fear and really pinpointing exactly what fear it is, because it can, like, fear is just like an umbrella term for what emotions are really going on. And we found out one of them is like responsibility. So taking on the responsibility of other people's problems, or taking on the responsibility of saying yes to things and not necessarily filling my calendar with like things I love to do, and having my business be fun, having my life be fun. And so I think as an entrepreneur and just people who are really passionate about their work, you have to be careful, because part of the solar plexus chakra, having an excessive one would be like that workaholism and just like needing to be busy all the time in order to like fill a void or fill an emotion that you're not willing to address. And an excessive one can also be associated with that feeling of shame and lack of self-worth. So maybe you do have all these desires and you take action on them, but then something comes up or someone says something and you feel like you're not worthy enough, and you feel shame for wanting to go after it, or that you feel responsible for following someone else's dreams before your own. These are all kind of solar plexus blocks and things you can work through to really heal that and feel more energized within this topic. And another one that I can totally relate to, I was looking back at my notes, and the solar plexus chakra was definitely one that I avoided or didn't know really that I could work on this energy center so much, but it's definitely where a lot of my other underlying emotions and things came from. So it's super interesting. But one was the victim mentality. So I definitely had a lot of victim mentality like after college. Like I'm not getting the jobs because blah, blah, blah. Like I'm not going to have a good job because there's none out there right for me, or I don't have any skills to offer, or like just really doubting my self-worth and my self-esteem, which can totally relate to that victim mentality, as well as, oh, like just all these things are happening to me. And I definitely was someone that went through a lot of that the summer after graduation. And I'm very grateful for the chakra cleanse and kind of that wake-up call that I was giving away my power by being stuck in that victim mentality. I was giving away the power each day to take steps towards what it was that I wanted to do and that I wanted to see more of in my life. And it really is as simple as that. It takes work to really say no to things, create boundaries. It definitely involves a lot more things like that, but it's as simple as like rewiring that victim mentality into taking action, and rewiring that fear into taking action. And that's what I love about this cleanse. That's what I love about chakras, essential oils, meditation, yoga. They're all tools that really help to, when you're feeling stuck or when you're feeling like, oh, this is all happening to me, this is the worst day ever, everything that could go bad is going bad. That's when you choose yoga. That's when you choose an essential oil that will automatically shift your mood. That's when you try other solutions versus over-the-counter medication for your digestive issues and try to apply like Digest-Send to your belly. That's where you just have to take that power back into your hands. And it was hard to hear at first for me. And like I said, this is like a healing journey, and working through your chakras is a healing journey. So you have to be willing to go there. And that's a lot about the solar plexus chakra too, is it's a lot about willpower. And one, your ability to do the things you say you're going to do. And then also motivating yourself, giving yourself that motivation, that inspiration daily to really get you going and to really light you up in what it is you're doing. And one thing I reflected back in my notes for this chakra cleanse, because I wanted to touch on this, but I wrote down, we charge will through our desires. So really our solar plexus chakra, it builds off of our sacral chakra. So I know when I said like without the root chakra, none of the other ones can really be fully balanced. They totally do build off of each other, because we need our desires in order to take action. Because looking back, I didn't know what it was I desired. I didn't allow myself to dream. So that's where that stuck feeling comes in, because you kind of push away those actions because you don't exactly have that drive. You don't have that fire and that why and that purpose. And so that's definitely something I wanted to say. And then there's one more quote that I really liked. I'm not finding it right here, but yeah, so I will just kind of get my notes really quick, because there was one thing. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I talk a lot about like the spiritual will, or the strong willpower to get things done, the ability and the motivation. But then also there is like a spiritual warrior like essence within this solar plexus chakra that is waiting to be unlocked, waiting to be unblocked as well. And this is the essence of people who are willing to stand in their ground and stand in their truth, while also protecting that sacred within yourself. And also you're willing to accept challenges, you're willing to fight bravely. And so, this is the thing I want to share, because the spiritual warrior kind of goes along with, you can't have that fire without the air. So air within the chakras represents a lot of like the upper level chakras within spirit and the crown chakra. So I find that when I really need some assistance in taking action, and I really want to be purposeful with my actions, that they will get me somewhere, that's when I take time to just sit down and meditate, like silently, and I will ask like whatever higher power you believe in, but I pray to God, and I just say, I ask, you can pray to the universe, you can pray to source energy, whatever you feel comfortable with, but really just bringing out like that spirituality side and just asking for guidance, asking for next steps, and then just sitting and surrendering and being still. And that like air quality will totally light that fire and give you that guidance in order to take those actions. And so I really loved that analogy. But yeah, some crystals. I want to make sure. Oh, so a healthy chakra. So I kind of talked about what an excessive and a weak chakra look like. But a healthy solar plexus chakra is where you're taking that purposeful action, like I said, where you're laughing more, you're having those deep belly laughs, activating that physically, that solar plexus chakra. And life is just warm and easy. And so if you think about how to make your life warm and easy, well, one, exercising can literally like warm up the body, and just making it an exercise that you truly feel is easy and fun, whether that be walking out in nature, listening to a podcast, and going around the block. Like, it doesn't have to be like vigorously running on a treadmill, but it could even just be like doing a couple yoga poses that I mentioned within this podcast, just like YouTube, some of the poses I talk about, and just be in those poses for a little bit. Allow yourself to have an easy exercise, to have an easy form of movement that will warm up your body, that will get that digestive system moving, and that energy moving. So the solar plexus, I mentioned that the root chakra is the saying I am. The sacral chakra is I feel. And the solar plexus is our right to act. So those are all like our basic rights within the chakras. And so as you can tell from what I've been saying, really just like taking action, being confident with those actions because your desires are so strong and you're feeling rooted and you're feeling stable and safe. But some of those yoga poses that you can try out would be where you hug your knees into your chest. So you're laying on your back and you pull your knees into your chest and you just give yourself a hug. And you could just like rock and roll. You could just stay stable. But yeah, just giving yourself like a minute in that posture, as well as any twists. So you could do supine twist. You could do chair twists. You could do low lunge twists. Those are just a couple that I know off the top of my head. And then warriors. So again, that warrior-like spirit within you, that confidence, that strength. And if you think about where your solar plexus lies, it's within your core, and that is where our strength comes. That's where like a lot of like our yoga poses and just ability to do a lot of things in life. We definitely need to use our core. And so lastly, a pose that you can try is child's pose. So again, just connecting with spirit, connecting with the ground, feeling rooted, but also like just letting your body relax and digest, and deep belly breaths would be really good in this posture as well, for the digestive system. And yeah, so you can, another thing that I reflected back on with just my journaling work for the solar plexus chakra was that I was experiencing a lot of shame growing up too. Whether that be from my physical manifestations or maybe my physical aspect of digestive issues manifested in my irritability. But I felt a lot of uncomfortableness when it came to food. So I would always like be super hungry, and then I would eat, and then I would get like super full right away, and it would just like be crampy and uncomfortable, and that doesn't feel good. So ultimately with that, being stressed, being a teenager in high school, I would get irritable and I would lash out. And whenever I was stressed or had a lot going on, I wouldn't know how to take care of myself, or I wouldn't know like a good outlet. And so Usually I would go up in my room and give myself space, and that would help a little bit, but like not daily routines and daily things I have now in place. And so that's why I would love to like connect with high schoolers, like connect with people that really need this, because that's definitely something that I needed at that age. But along with that irritability and kind of lashing out at people, I felt a lot of shame. And so you can kind of see how these are all intertwined in a lot of, okay, that victimhood of, oh, this is how I have to eat, this is what I have to eat, and it's just going to make me feel uncomfortable, and that's just how I have to live. So that victim mentality, and then we have the irritableness, and then we have the stress and not knowing how to deal with it, and then we have the shame for whatever the outcome or the result of that stress was, and not being able to kind of move forward or take purposeful action in your life. And so those are just some correlations that I had, and then I can totally share with you guys some crystals. I know I did that in the previous videos, some crystals to use to kind of meditate with over the solar plexus chakra. Maybe you just have them on your desk and look at them often and just kind of give yourself a breather at work. I know I've talked to some people that just have their crystals on their workspace. Some people take them to Starbucks and have them on their workspace. But I think it's just a really cool way to have that high vibe energy and that chakra balancing energy within your space. So some of the crystals that I'll share with you for the solar plexus chakra are tiger's eye. So again, I'm no like crystal master or anything. I just love to wear them. I love to learn about them. And I actually get these from Natalie Bright Coaching, Wild Woman Collective shop. So if you're interested, you can check her out. We're back on Instagram. I think I lost connection for a second. But yeah, so this is tiger's eye. This is a crystal that's really powerful in unleashing your confidence and self-esteem, along with a lot of other ones of these. And so the next one is yellow calcite. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. It looks like this. This actually came in my little chakra collection that I got from Natalie. But yeah, I like to the one that I got from her, I like to like place all the crystals on my chakra energy centers and meditate for like 5 to 10 minutes. And it's really powerful if you're open and willing to kind of go into that meditation and feel what's going on and kind of where just tension and heaviness are kind of being released. That's how I can best describe it. But I whenever I do this, I definitely like feel the vibrations and feel just things unlocking. And then the last one, I actually got this from my mom. Mom, if you're still watching. So this is what it looks like. It's really smooth, and it kind of has, it's yellow, but it kind of has some like blue tints to it. I don't know if you can see that one. But this one's yellow obsidian. And so I'll just read from this little card that she got me. Yellow obsidian is a stone of abundance, love, happiness, and self-esteem. It's a great stone for children to have if they are feeling bullied. Which, Mom, if you're watching, I might have been the bully myself. It's an uplifting stone and helps one to feel grounded in tenuous, loving love relationships. It protects against negativity. It protects you from absorbing another's energy. It will help improve morale at work and therefore make one more motivated at work. It's also good for lethargic animals. So again, with that like work ethic vibe and helping you to have self-esteem, helping you to protect your energy in order to take action on the things you desire. That's a great one. I love that little bio of that. What did my mom say over here? I know, right, Mom? She says, I don't know what I ever did before yoga, meditation, frankincense, and grapefruit. Those are essential oils she's talking about. But yes, I can speak to that too. Like, it's just so powerful when you are kind of waking up feeling still heavy. If you're just waking up or you know you have a lot of things to do. It's just great knowing that you have options, such as what we've talked about, to just really go into and give yourself that time and that care. I just was listening to something, I wrote it down, but it was how you start your day is how you live your life. So I love that quote, but it's so true. How you wake up is how you're going to like live out the rest of that day. And so I think it's really important, whether that be 5 minutes, 2 minutes meditation, like right when you wake up, or just like looking at yourself in the mirror and just saying, I intend for this like to be a good day. This is the way I want to feel. And whether that be love, joy, peace, I feel like setting that intention is so powerful and something you can really go back to, with throughout your day and even just the rest of your life. So, those are some crystals that I wanted to share with you guys, and then some essential oils that you can try out. My go-to, because I got started with the emotional aromatherapy kit, is Motivate. So for good reason. It's our encouraging blend. So really encouraging us to take action on those things, those dreams we have, those actions we need to get done in order to achieve those dreams, and to really just make it fun with this smell. So we have peppermint, the oil of a boiling heart, clementine, coriander, basil, yuzu, melissa, the oil of light, and rosemary, and vanilla. So I love melissa, as it's the oil of light, and a lot of yogis, a lot of people that I vibe really well with, we always say love and light. And so it's really cool to have an oil that sets the intention of feeling light, to being light, to giving light, and using this when you're taking action towards your purpose and passion. And then we have bergamot. So I'm totally gonna butcher this, and I look it up every single time, but they're so close in what they actually are. So I'm just gonna look it up really quick in my Emotions and Essential Oils book. So it's the oil of self-acceptance. I get it mixed up with assurance and all that stuff. So oil of self-acceptance, and it looks like that. It's the color yellow, so perfect for really associating that chakra color, associating the smell. And then, of course, we have the Digestion. So this was another really valuable oil for me as I was working to kind of help my health, help my digestive system, help my stress. You can even use this. I also was someone that went through a lot of like respiratory issues that would turn into like colds and just shoot my immune system down. So I just recently learned too with Digestion, you can just either diffuse it for like respiratory support, or you can just take it like a drop on your finger and put it like directly under your nostrils, and it will help like clear those airways, clear that congestion, as well as digestion. So that's a little bit about the essential oils. If you guys have any questions about the solar plexus chakra, I think I went just around 30 minutes, so this is perfect. Don't think I'm seeing any. Oh, one thing I did want to mention, totally forgot this. So I've talked a lot about digestion. I've talked a lot about like overall health and vitality and energy, feeling fatigued. Also, along with essential oils, I have to recommend these supplements that I take daily, that I don't know what I would do, because within the chakra course, we actually went through a poop workshop. So we got a lot of information on magnesium. We got a lot of information on Epsom salts, as well as digestive enzymes. And those were all new to me. And so I later dived into those. I got supplements off Amazon, and later learned that doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack has magnesium in it, has vitamin D. It has all these good vitamins and minerals, as well as cellular energy. So really helping you to feel less fatigued, having more just vitality and energy to go about your day. I remember when I was taking these last July, actually, so I've taken them for about a year. I remember I was taking them regularly, and I came home, my hair, my skin, my nails were so great. And I also just like had so much more energy to just like clean. I remember I was like cleaning like really late after work. And so if you're just one of those people that just do feel drained, do feel fatigued, these vitamins and minerals within the Lifelong Vitality Pack just support your liver, they support your organs, they support your overall immune system and just doing its job and protecting you against those stressors. That's as basic as I can kind of say about those, but literally that's the biggest thing with stress is that our body is kind of in fight or flight mode, and when it doesn't have like these nutrients or these oils to kind of help it out, or yoga or meditation, it's really just using all its energy on one thing. And so other areas of your life can feel really drained, and that's where you can see dis-ease and discomfort like pop up into your life. And so along with the Lifelong Vitality Pack, I mentioned the digestive enzyme that we went through within the poop workshop. But I love Terrazyme from doTERRA. So I take Lifelong Vitality, Terrazyme, breakfast and lunch, and then I take the PB Assist, which is a probiotic, every night. So I switch off between the PB Assist pill form and then also the PB Assist Junior, which is like a little packet that reminds me of like a basic stick. So it is for kids, but the reason I take it is to kind of switch up the strands within each probiotic. And so I also love the PB Assist for its double capsule form. So it really gets to where it needs to go before it like dissolves within the stomach, from what I understand there. But yeah, so really I've learned just from like podcasts and stuff that just has rang true to me. Your health and your energy is your truest power. Like if you have ever just gotten the flu, or you just feel drained, or you just don't have, if you got surgery or like something that just drained your energy, that drained your health, you can totally relate to this because you feel powerless, you feel helpless, you feel that you can't get anything done. And so I think that's something that we really have to appreciate and prevent and support, and just fill our bodies and fill our lifestyle with these wonderful gifts of nature, wonderful gifts of yoga, meditation. And I mean, I know it's a lot at first, but if you can incorporate, like I said, like 2 minutes of meditation a day, or like once a week to start off small, you'll really, like, even within your workday, if you just like take a step out in nature and just take like 5 deep breaths, like you will notice a difference, and you will notice a difference in your energy when you return to your desk. So yeah, I love the supplements. I love the oils. I literally use them every day. And I don't know what my stress level would be by this age if I didn't have them in my life. So especially like after college, and I think entering the real world and kind of whatever that means to you, I think there's a lot of grown-up things that we kind of have to take action on. And there are things that we don't necessarily want to do, but we have to do. And I think incorporating some of those fun aspects in order to take action on those things, like diffusing an oil while paying your bills, or like going through your finances, like that's an example that I love. Like, how can you make this fun, and how can you take action in a way that seems purposeful and fulfilled and loving and high vibe? So I hope you guys, my mom asked if doTERRA sells oil bracelets. No, but a couple Instagram accounts that I do love while I'm on Instagram are Lava Essentials. They might have a Facebook page too, Mom. Lava Essentials, and then I'm trying to think of local places because I love supporting little shops. But I guess like comment on this if you know of any essential oil like diffuser jewelry that you just want to like share with people, because I think that's awesome to like support people that are doing their own like small businesses too. But yeah, I'm sure Amazon has that as well. But yeah, I would love to kind of have you guys share people you know that could use the support and love. And I think that's all. So I do actually have from Lava Essentials, I have like a necklace with like 3 beads, and then I have a ring that's like a triangle. Love the ring. And so like whenever I get stressed or I'm out like at a restaurant or something, you can literally just be, it kind of looks weird, or like a bracelet. You could just, yeah, it's an easy way to kind of get the aromatic benefits from the jewelry if you weren't sure how that worked. Oh, also, another reason why the jewelry is so great while I'm on here is because sometimes in the summer with the sun and citrus oils, there can be some photosensitivity. So we don't want to apply those topically to our skin. So getting the aromatic benefits like from jewelry, say you just really love wild orange and it uplifts your mood and it helps you to stay happy. You could put some like on your necklace. I feel like there's crystals or something that you could put oils on too, but I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, you could just have wild orange on here and it doesn't necessarily have to be on your skin where it could like have a reaction. Okay, I think that's all. I hope you guys, I'll keep it short, around 30 minutes, but I hope you guys all learned a little something from this. If you have any questions about supplements, oils, crystals, please reach out. I'd love to help you. If you're interested in the chakras at all, feel free to message me. I can give you more information on that. But other than that, I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. I hope you stay tuned for the heart chakra. That will be next week, next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. All right, thanks so much for joining, guys.